All right, so when you are noticing Zoe get escalated, when you notice her body movement or gesture that's communicating that right before she glows, if you see her getting to that point, if you just maybe suggest to her or invite her to go do an activity that she enjoys and just say, hey, Zoe, might be a good time for you to go draw in your sketchbook, or hey, Zoe, why don't you go write a letter to your brother, or invite her to go do something she enjoys. That might help intervene in that escalation.
Just like take her mind off of
what's aggravating her up. Yeah, at that time.
We could definitely do that. That's easy.
Great.
I
Well,
like that.
and as part of her plan, we want to build her self-image and her self-concept. And so involving her in these activities that she enjoys doing, like the art, if she would take a class at the art center, there's an after-school art club at the art center, and there's great activities like that, or swimming or gymnastics.
Mhm.
I know that you probably already have a very full schedule, but
Yeah, we can fit something like that in after school, especially if it's just like a quick drop off. Like if it's an after school thing, if I know there's like a couple little clubs and stuff, does the bus take her home if do they have like an after school thing? Can we look into that?
yeah, we can look into
Maybe
that.
I
We can talk into
I
the.
can call it the bus.
If you can't call the bus, if you can't call the bus barn, I can give them a ring.
Yeah.
And because I know they do it for a couple of the other kids, so I don't know why they couldn't get Zoe too.
Just like get a little help if I can, that's gonna be the best because then I can get her in a lot of stuff. I'm gonna write this down so I can remember it.
Okay. Well, and I'll put it in my notes as well to make sure that we follow through on our end as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep me updated and do you guys want to know if she's in any of this stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be
the more
great.
we know,
Okay.
the better.
Great to know.
Yeah, I'll just email you guys.
Because then we can kind of help remind her of that too, or ask her about it. Like if we see her getting escalated,
Oh,
say, hey, Zoe, so how's the art club going? Or,
Hopefully, it
what have
helps
you
us
been
build a little more of a relationship because she's so closed off compared to some of my other students. It'd be good to have something to kind of springboard off of to talk about with her.
That makes sense. Something she enjoys.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. I got both your emails already, so we'll do that.
And I wanted to make a point because I think a lot of times when we get frustrated, we start going into kind of more maybe a punitive mind state. But her art and whatever it is she is passionate about should not be taken away from her. So these should be non-contingent on her behavior. She should be able to access these things that she is passionate about that is going to make her self-concept and make her feel safer, improve on these things. They should never be taken away.
Yeah.
It's a really important point that I just wanted to make. Okay,
Definitely.
fantastic. I'm glad that you agree.
Yes.
Glad that you agree. And then the final note that I kind of had is that she should continue with her counseling and medication as needed and as you and her therapist discuss and see fit. That should just continue.
I can't remember if I have or not. Have I sent a release for the counselor to talk with her outside?
Yeah, I got that yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
I got
Perfect. So we're all good there because I would like that to happen
Okay.
so you know what's
Yeah, that's
happening.
fine. I plan I'll contact that therapist next week
That would be great.
and see what kind of things they're working on, what I can continue in the school setting as well.
Everything consistent. I like it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fantastic. Okay, do you have any questions or concerns with the at-home recommendations?
No, I like everything so far.
Okay, fantastic. Then we can move on to our kind of final big one, I guess, is Brad's the counselor, and he has been meeting with her. They've been having regular meetings, so we just recommend that continues.
Yeah, okay.
I
And they,
like that.
yeah.
Right, and I've really been working with her on her social skills and appropriate ways to express her emotions and her anger. And I'll continue to help build her toolkit, is what we've called it, to help her deal with some of these frustrating situations. And I've been working with her on building her self-image by having her do art and other things that she seems to really enjoy.
Good.
So, and I'll continue, and I have a plan here to meet with her about 5 times a week for 20 minutes each time. So, and like I said, I'll talk with that community counselor.
Yeah, some of those things that you have in her toolkit, I think you call it, Brad. If you let me know a couple suggestions that you might have that I can throw to her in the classroom, I can see sometimes if she's getting really frustrated that during the break she might not know exactly what she wants to do for the break. And if you have some of those suggestions, I can throw her way. I think that might help me
Okay.
here and there.
Okay, yeah, I will do that. I'll give it to you earlier next week, and I can go over some of the things that I've been going over with her, and we can talk about some of the rules and things like that. And I usually spend time prepping her beforehand that this is acceptable behavior, what isn't, and how can we express to our teacher and peers that we're feeling upset through the use of like iMessages and things like that.
That'd be great.
So I'll definitely meet with you and go over that stuff with you early next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brad.
Easy to 5 times a week.
Yeah, that's what we have here as a plan. Well, 3 times is for actual like counseling. The other 2 times is just for like art and just to kind of help build my relationship with her. So we do things that she enjoys because she does seem to definitely have a hard time with male figures. So I try to do things that aren't so forcing her to talk and do just more relationship focused things. And I actually would like to get Luke involved in that a little bit more because I think that might help his rapport and
That'd be great.
his relationship with her too.
Do you think that's too much? It seems like a lot, like 5 times a week to like pull her out and just that, everyone's gonna see her leave to go see the counselor. I don't know what that does. Does that seem like a lot? Or can we like
It's working out okay. I think we have an okay culture in the school that when other students need to go for other things, it's perfectly okay. And the students have learned to respect each other's privacy about where other students go. And, even when questions do come up from other students, they say, well, is it our business? And they usually say no, and then we get back to the lesson. So it hasn't been that big a deal. And if the amount of time that you're spending with her now is beneficial, I say we keep doing that. If you think less is better in the future, that's up to you. But
Yeah,
that's
I
between you two.
definitely plan to do the 5 sessions just for initially. And I also pull other students out, so in Luke's class. So I think it's kind of a normal process for a lot of students up there.
Because I'm just thinking if that's like 20 minutes 5 times a week, and then she has, 2 breaks in the morning, 2 breaks in the afternoon at 10 minutes each, 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes every day on top of 20 minutes for counseling. That's just a really, that's a big amount of time.
That's a really good point. Maybe
now that we're putting everything together.
maybe what I'll do is maybe we can just do twice a week for 20 minutes, and then maybe I
That
can
sounds-
just maybe like 10 minutes, just real 5-10 minutes, just check-ins or something like that instead of the.
I would like that because she already has like her
I
outside
think
counselor.
that's a really good point. Yeah, we don't want to like therapize her to death.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we'll incorporate check-ins into her time
Yeah.
slots and cut her down to.
Maybe just like gradually.
yeah, I'll just check in the classroom. Maybe I can even meet with her just real brief like in between classes or something like that. So it's not such a big. You're right. It is. Yeah, she's already getting those breaks, and I think you.
Yeah, if we do the breaks, yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the new plan. So. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
That'd be good, thank you.
Yeah, fantastic, great. Hey, was there any more questions or concerns with the counselor recommendations?
No, I'm so happy that she's seen the
Okay,
school
so
counselor. I think that works out really well.
we're good with that plan? Okay, great. So all of this, the interventions and the service time that she spends with Brad are going to be considered a related service. And
Okay.
so we are really thinking that because Zoe was recently diagnosed with depression and anxiety, she qualifies to have these interventions and this related service guaranteed through a 504 plan.
Good. So that's just if she's part of the 504 plan, it's a guarantee she'll have it. Like we can't take it away or mess
Well,
Yeah.
with it.
once it's written in
Yeah.
stone, there's not much that we can do to change it without your saying.
Yeah,
so,
we would have
without
to have a
anybody
meeting
else's
to
saying
change
so.
it. Yeah, it would be a team decision to change anything.
I like that, just so I'm involved and I know what's happening and I know it's guaranteed and it won't be like forgotten.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. So we'll get the 504 paperwork kind of put together now that we're done with all this information, covering it all. Just to wrap up really quickly, we're going to progress monitor Zoe to make sure that these interventions are working. We're going to do that through referrals or formal write-ups. And they'll be monitored by the administration and behavior intervention team. So we'll monitor her behavior and how these interventions are working.
Oh, that would be great. So we know what's happening.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Oh, well, I might be too cold though.
Let's sign the papers.